Salutations, welcome back to the Animerica podcast. I hate my life, and this is Joe and Donald. How have y'all been?
Just tired. It's hard to find time to be president when I watch so much anime.
You can't complain, Joe. You knew what you were getting yourself into.
I'm not complaining, I'm just talking.
All right, well, if both of you could stop talking, we've got some news to take care of. Like 2 months worth, so you better not interrupt me the whole way through. To start with some old-ass news, as spring ended, we got sequels announced for the Cafe Terrace and its goddesses.
Hell yeah, that's great news.
God
Peak
damn it.
fiction continues.
It's not peak, Donald. That word means nothing anymore.
What do you call the top of a mountain then?
Okay, fine. It means something, but not in the way you were using it.
We also got a second season announced for The Dangers in My Heart.
Heck yeah, anime of the year right there. You guys have really got to watch it.
I hate to agree with you, but yeah, it's actually pretty good. Not anime of the year good, though.
I'm never watching that shit, Joe. It's cringe made for little cringe babies like you. It only appeals to incels who have never touched a woman.
Brock, I got married when you were 5.
Okay, give me a break. I couldn't pull bitches when I was 5. That's not a fair comparison at all.
You never could pull, Barack. In fact, your bitch pulled you.
That's a W in my book, just like how a new Ranking of Kings movie was announced.
Don't change the subject.
And in case you missed it, the Nier Automata anime finally came back and aired its final episodes on July 23rd. Other announcements include a new season of Black Butler and a Suicide Squad isekai titled Suicide Squad Isekai. You guys see that shit?
Marvel is better, but it looks pretty hyped, to be honest. Anime Harley Quinn might have been the greatest decision of all time. She's hot as fuck.
Okay, I gotta agree with you on that one, but I wish they didn't make the Joker hot too. It's the same problem as having Timothy Chalamet as Willy Wonka. He's not supposed to be hot. He's supposed to be an ugly-ass weirdo. Here, the Joker just looks like if Levi Ackerman discovered makeup.
Wait, why is his mouth like that? He just painted the Joker mouth over his actual mouth.
Definitely an interesting character design decision. Anyways, SAO Gun Gale Online got a surprise second season, so that's neat. It's like the one SAO thing that I actually kind of liked.
As a big SAO fan, the first season of Gun Gale was actually my least favorite out of everything SAO, but I'll still be watching season 2.
I'm the opposite, Donald. Gun Gale is my absolute favorite SAO thing, and it's not like I hate SAO. Gun Gale just appeals to me more. So I'm very excited about this.
Makes sense.
Now for the more exciting news. First of all, Spice and Wolf is getting a remake, which is slated for a 2024 release. Joe, you've really been eating good recently.
Nah, I've got anorexia.
We also got a new trailer for Uzumaki, an adaptation of Junji Ito's legendary horror manga. We've never had a good Junji Ito adaptation, so I don't want to get my hopes too high, but this one actually looks promising. I hope they don't mess this one up. Thoughts?
I don't even know who that is.
Great, thanks. We also got a trailer for a new MAPPA anime called Lazarus, which will be directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, who's famous for Cowboy Bebop, with action done by John Wick director Chad Stahelski. I don't know, y'all, but this one looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, I actually saw that one. The action looks really cool. Not much else to go off of, though.
All right, then, time for our final piece of news. Hayao Miyazaki's new movie, The Boy and the Heron, has been released in Japan.
Wait, he has a new movie?
Yeah, I didn't know about it until like last week.
That's because he didn't want it to be promoted at all. No trailers, no ads, not even a pamphlet. The art will speak for itself.
That's right. He's about to lose his company a hell of a lot of money because nobody knows this movie exists. Just shows how much of a selfish, pretentious asshole he really is.
Barack, you like Evangelion.
You're just pointing out I have good taste, okay?
Any news on when the movie is coming to America? I'll probably wait for the dub.
I think it's coming later this year at some point. There's not an official release date that I'm aware of.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right, well, let's move on. Before we get to the summer stuff, you guys got anything to say about the spring anime real quick?
Oshinoko is awful. If I wanted to watch a soap opera, I'd walk into Bed Bath & Beyond. They sell soap there. They have soap.
Nah, bro, it was a good adaptation. Unfortunately, though, the manga was not as good as I initially thought it was. I had to drop it at chapter 123. It's been weeks, and I'm still not over it.
Did you finally realize that its social commentary about idol culture and the entertainment industry is completely shallow and vapid?
You definitely have not seen the show. You got that argument off Reddit.
You can't use that comeback for everything, dude. I did the 3-episode rule and still made that intellectual observation. Ever heard of critical thinking? And why would I like it at chapter like 123 if I didn't like it after 3 episodes? I'd rather watch something that's good front to back like Hell's Paradise. That was my favorite show of spring by far. It's hype as hell and super underrated.
Yeah, it's underrated because it's bad.
It's not. It's amazing. Wait till you see Yuzuriha. You'll agree. Trust me.
Yeah, okay, we'll see about that.
Speaking of my favorites, Kamikatsu was pretty epic too. Definitely wouldn't put it higher because it's just a big meme show, but it was damn funny.
I don't know, Donald, it got old for me. It's funny at first, but the more it goes on, the less the jokes work.
So just like this podcast?
We don't even tell jokes. What are you talking about?
Okay, Obama.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. You're not funny.
Well, I personally never got tired of Kamikatsu. It's fun and unique, and I've never seen anything quite like it.
Donald, you realize you just said that about an isekai, right?
Yes, I'm aware. Isekai can still be good even if you hate it, Barack. Wait till you see the vending machine one.
All right, you two, I'm gonna say my opinions now. My favorite anime of spring was Skip and Loafer. Not even lying, it's one of the best romance shows I've ever seen. I also really liked Insomniacs After School. Rare good recommendation from Barack there.
Yeah, Insomniacs After School was pretty good. I only watched the first 2 episodes, but I am obligated to say that since I hyped it up so much. I did catch up on Heavenly Delusion, though. That's got to be my personal anime of the season. I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say shit gets crazy.
Oh yeah, I watched that. I just thought it was all right though. Like, I know it's probably objectively good, but it didn't grab me at all.
That's okay. You're not going to connect with every single anime, even if it's really good. That's probably why you don't like Love Live.
Nah, Love Live is just shit.
Besides those, I don't think there's anything to talk about. There were a ton of other anime that came out, but I don't really feel like they're noteworthy enough. Also, I dropped them all, so I have nothing to say.
Yeah, Mashal came out and it was fine, and I didn't see a single person talk about it.
People definitely talked about it. You must have not been looking.
Why would I look for people talking about Mashal?
True and real, Donald. Let's get off this outdated-ass topic and talk about the current season of summer anime. What have y'all been watching?
Mushoku Tensei, obviously. Top-tier animation, top-tier waifus, and top-tier story. It's the best anime on television.
Agreed. The first season established itself as one of the best anime of the last decade, and season 2 is keeping it up for the most part. Unfortunately, it looks like the production quality took a bit of a hit, so hopefully that doesn't get to be too much of a problem.
Well, I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary, so I don't think we're going to get another 7 Deadly Sins catastrophe on our hands.
That's true, it's been great so far. Knowing you, Donald, I'm surprised you haven't been bored to death by it.
Sometimes anime is good. I don't know what to tell you.
You guys are weirdos. This show just exists to pander to the lowest common denominator. Stuff like this is why otaku have a bad reputation.
Otaku have a bad reputation because of your kawaii shit, Joe. Even back in the 90s, you could show your friend like Ninja Scroll on VHS, and it was awesome, and everyone thought it was cool. Then your stupid Lucky Star shit comes up and ruins everything.
Don't act like your harem garbage had nothing to do with it.
All right, well, Mushoku Tensei, Donald, how is it?
It's great. And Joe, you've really got to give it a shot. You're just like the main character, but without the character development.
Donald, before, didn't you say he was literally you?
Yeah, he's just like me after all the character development, like at the very end of the light novel.
There's no way you read a light novel.
I didn't. I was just scrolling through the Mushoku Tensei light novel covers on Mal and got super spoiled on the last one. It pissed me off, but I was also like, damn, he really is me.
Must be a picture of him losing the election.
Hey!
Bleach and Rent a Girlfriend are also back this season. I assume you're watching those too, Donald.
That's right, and they're both hype as fuck. Okay, maybe hype isn't the right word for Rent a Girlfriend, but we're getting a good adaptation of the best part of the manga, so it's awesome. Also, Jujutsu Kaisen is going crazy right now.
Yeah, I heard the Shibuya arc is pretty good.
It is. You've really got to catch up.
I'm sure I will someday. Haven't been in the mood lately. Anyway, how about we finally talk about the current summer anime? For me, I think Zom 100 is the best of the season, no question. I haven't seen anything else.
Oh yeah, isn't that the one with the Zom and the 100? I haven't seen it.
I can tell. To put it simply, it's about this dude that works under Mappa-like conditions, but then a zombie apocalypse happens, so he's like, oh shit, I can actually do something with my life now. And the show is basically centered on watching him complete a bucket list of 100 things before he gets turned into a zombie. It's fun.
If it's a bucket list of 100 things, wouldn't all 100 things just be buckets?
I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that. But yeah, I agree, Barack. It's a good show. I especially like that one hot chick, which reminds me, I'm also watching Temple right now, which is a great harem. It's slightly more unique than the usual stuff. And as a manga reader, let me tell you, it's going to continue to slap. It's funny and great for boob lovers.
I remember reading the manga a while back, and yeah, it's not bad for a harem. Most harem anime is still F tier in the grand scheme of things, so with that in mind, I'd say it's a high F.
We're not doing tier list, Barack. That's cringe.
You just recommended a harem anime, therefore the cringe one is you.
No, you're the cringe one.
Nuh-uh.
It's you.
Geez, guys, what's with this racket?
I think that's a racquetball racket.
It's tennis, dumb fuck.
I'm pretty sure it's badminton.
How'd that even get in here?
I don't know, that's why I asked.
Whatever, I've got to mention the new Rurouni Kenshin anime. The original is a classic, one of the greatest shonen of all time. This new one is just that, but better and more accurate to the manga. And the manga is great, so obviously the anime is going to be great too. Watsky never disappoints.
Well, you're right about the original being great, but unfortunately, I find it unethical to further consume it, so I won't be watching.
What? Why?
Oh, you know Watsky, the mangaka who you just praised so highly? Yeah, he's a real creep.
Who cares? I find it easy to separate the art from the artist. In fact, when I watch something, I don't even think about who made it. I'm just like, damn, this show is the greatest of all time.
You may not think of him, but the money is going straight to that creepy nut.
Oh, Creepy Nuts, isn't that a band? I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, what did this guy do? I'm out of the loop.
How do I say this and stay ad-friendly? Joe, what are the initials of Chris Pratt?
How would I know that? I've never met him.
Joe, you don't have to meet someone to know their name.
It's CP, Joe. Though technically Chris Pratt's initials are CMP because his middle name is Michael.
Why do you know
So I
that?
don't blame you for not getting
Oh,
it.
okay, I get it now. Thanks, Donald. That's a big yikes.
The show is great, though. It doesn't matter to me.
For the love of God, we need to get out of this topic ASAP. Joe, tell us what new anime you're watching.
All right, well, there are a few shows that have caught my attention. First, we've got My Happy Marriage, something I'm sure neither of you can relate to. It's a shoujo romance set back in Meiji-era Japan, and there's, psychic powers and stuff.
So, Demon Slayer, but worse.
Did you listen to a single word I just said?
No, why would I?
Typical. It's fine, though. This anime is basically designed to be the opposite of your taste anyways. I think you might like Atelier Ryza, though, based solely on the fact that the main chick has magnificent thighs.
I'm in.
It's kind of an Iyashike, though,
Never mind.
but it's also a fantasy adventure.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And it has tomboys, too.
Dear Lord, can I watch it right now?
Let's finish the podcast first, all right?
Fine.
Unfortunately, the rest of anime this season looks, and I hate to say it, incredibly mid. I mean, what else do we have for Slice of Life? My Tiny Senpai? That's just Uzaki-chan 8.0.
I better start watching then.
I'm sure you'll love it, Donald.
What about the new GoHands shows?
Okay, well, that would be The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, and The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today. Honestly, they're not that bad. The stories are pretty cute, and it's a massive improvement over GoHands' previous work. But then they will just pull out an awkward camera angle or try too much with the camera movement, and it's frustrating to watch.
Personally, I couldn't stand a single episode. I applaud them for being ambitious. Nobody's trying to do what they're doing, but that's because it looks like absolute dog shit. The storyboard artists really fucked everyone over on this one.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst thing I've ever seen. And I've seen Joe.
It's definitely up there. On a more positive note, Undead Murder Farce is a random combination of words that actually turned out to be a decent anime. It's by the Kaguya-sama director, so that would explain it. The source material isn't bad either. It's a supernatural mystery thing with vampires and stuff. So if it's up your alley, I'd give it a shot. Besides that, though, unless you guys want to talk about Reborn as a vending machine, that should be the end of that.
Actually, yeah, I was going to talk about all the new isekai this season. Reborn as a vending machine was destined to be the best just because it has the greatest concept of all time.
That's a bit of
Shut the fuck up, Joe. It's actually got some pretty clever ideas when it comes to being a vending machine.
I can't believe you're really endorsing this garbage, Donald. Well, okay, I can believe it, but it's stupid.
Can't something just be a little silly without you hating on it, Barack? Obviously, it's not high art or anything, but it's solid entertainment.
That's part of the problem. With 99% of isekai coming out, there's no artistic intent. There's no unique message coming out of them. Hell, sometimes there's no message at all. It's just the authors chasing trends and following every popular
I'm
cliche.
not here for fucking art, Barack. I'm here for entertainment. This is the problem with you. You always talk about how Evangelion or Lane or whatever have super deep meanings behind them and whatever, but they're boring as fuck. I don't want to have to Google the meaning of every episode to understand what's going on. Why can't you just turn your brain off and enjoy shit? escape from reality for a second.
Oh my God, you're just like Shinji.
That's so Cap.
You always go on about how he's a pussy and whatever. Because he always runs away and listens to his cassettes. That's you. Look, we don't have to talk about it, but I know you've got a lot of shit going on right now. And how have you dealt with it? Watching Reborn as a fucking vending machine.
That's completely missing the point, Barack. Shinji runs away and never faces his problems. That's why he's a little bitch. I face my shit head on. Doesn't mean I can't watch my silly vending machine show. You can't compare me to that little bitch boy who jacked off to a comatose girl and then let the world end.
I can, though.
Oh, come off it. If I didn't face my problems, I would have never been elected. I would have dropped out like everyone else. But guess what? I'm going to be president again.
Don't get too ahead of yourself, Bucko.
Hey, let's not get political here.
Yeah, I am not fond of politics.
What?
There is no ad today, fellas. All of our sponsors have dropped out due to this podcast being too good. The Patreon has also been shut down by the United Nations in a unanimous vote. Because of this, we have set up a GoFundMe instead. So please donate. We are already 0% to the $32 trillion goal.
If you guys were able to have one anime power, what would it be?
Give me the strength of One Punch Man. Easy. Barista take too long making my latte at Starbucks? Bam! Free latte and the barista is dead.
I can't believe you ran this country for 4 years.
What if you can't control your strength, though? Like, what if you're jacking off and you accidentally crush your dick?
Well, Saitama's strength isn't limited to his fist. His dick has got to be super powerful too, so that never happened.
No, he got strong from training so hard he went bald. You think he trained his dick to be extra powerful?
Yeah, he probably did.
I feel like I'm in a room with a couple of 14-year-olds. Also, if he has a super strong dick, he could definitely beat Goku.
You're so right.
No fucking way. Are you really saying Saitama could beat Goku with his dick?
Well, it's definitely a factor he could pop out as like a quick surprise, though he probably wouldn't need to.
God, what has this podcast become? Goku would beat the shit out of Saitama. You guys are nuts.
Nah, Saitama could definitely beat Goku with his dick.
Oh my God, you really think Saitama could beat Ultra Instinct Goku? Really?
My brother, Saitama has pretty much never had to use full power to win a fight. Goku has, and he has multiple times, and guess what? He's still died multiple times. The only thing he has going for him is plot armor.
Shut up, Joe. You haven't even watched Dragon Ball since the original series. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Nah, Joe's right. Goku is weak as shit. In fact, I could probably beat him myself.
You can't be serious, Donald. You probably couldn't beat a fucking sheep in a fight.
I could definitely beat a sheep. Are you kidding me?
He could definitely beat a sheep.
No way, dude. They could break your legs with one kick.
I can just shoot it.
No, Donald, this is a fist fight.
Sheep don't have fists.
You know what I mean.
Okay, that'd be more difficult then, but I would still win. Sheep just stand around and eat grass. I'll poke its eyes out and then throw it off a cliff.
There is no cliff in this scenario. Also, go to hell, Donald. You sound like you've had this planned.
Why would I go to hell? It's just heaven for poor people.
Hold on, guys. Are we talking about Donald fighting a ewe or a ram?
What the fuck is a ewe?
It's spelled E-U-E. It's a female sheep, a ewe. Male sheep are called rams.
Not gonna lie, I thought rams were a totally different animal.
Joe, did you just spell it E-U-E? That's U-A. It's supposed to be Y-O-U.
That's you, dude, not you. It's actually spelled E-W-E. I just forgot the double.
Oh, shit, okay. Not gonna lie, a ram would probably fuck me up, but I could definitely beat a ewe. If I can do it in Minecraft, I can do it in real life.
Wait, Donald, you could beat Goku, but not a ram?
The power scaling community is gonna be pissed.
Well, it depends on if I have a death note in this scenario, because sheep don't have names. Anyways, I don't see you two thinking you could beat Saitama, so my point stands.
I could definitely beat Saitama. He's bald.
He could go back in time and kill you as a baby.
Yeah, well, clearly that didn't work.
I didn't say he literally did it, idiot. Anyways, I could kill Goku and you at the same time.
Donald, you would die after tripping trying to run over to the sheep.
Okay, dude, whatever you say.
So are we setting up a cage match or what?
That would definitely be illegal.
When have we ever cared about the law, Barack? Let's do it.
I got this, Donald. I'll set up an event in the White House.
Barack, if I win, you have to give me $100 billion. That sound good?
I don't have $100 billion, dude. Let's think of something else.
Okay. If I win, you have to admit that SAO is the greatest anime of all time. Also, you have to give me like $1,000.
Okay, I can do that. What if you lose?
Then I have to pay my hospital bill.
Also, what if I just started randomly talking to you in Japanese for the following month to mess with you?
That's a weird idea, but sure, why not? I'm so confident it doesn't matter what the punishment is. Also, now that I think about it, I've never heard you speak Japanese, Joe. I'm starting to think you were lying about
俺
that.
が日本語を話すのを聞いたことがあるはずだ。このクソガキがお前の頭の弱さよ。俺の言うことさえ理解できないくせに。ちなみに俺の英語の赤いのは Subete ninamono desu.
何を言ってるんだ?
What the fuck is happening?
Don't worry about it, Barack. This event is going to be hyped, though. It's going to have better action than any shonen coming out these days.
Those are fighting words, Joe. The only shonen you even watch is shonen romance.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. You watch it, too.
You guys have really got to watch more shoujo romance. It's way better than shonen.
I do like shoujo, just not as much. It's probably because I'm not what is it called? A woman.
Bruh, you don't have to be a girl to like shoujo, though it does help. At least shoujo treats the love interests like actual people, most of the time.
What do you mean by that?
Well, shoujo romance emphasizes the emotions and chemistry between the characters, and then shonen romance is just like, look, titties.
Look, Barack, titties are titties. You can't take that away from them.
Fair point. And for the record, I'm not saying that all shonen romance is bad, but most of them are. Especially recently, like Nagatoro-san and Uzaki-chan. Notice how the emphasis is on the waifu.
Barack, have you even seen those shows? They're actually pretty wholesome.
I watched 3 episodes of each and was not impressed.
What about like a Call Me Can't Communicate? That one is really cute.
That's basically the same thing, but admittedly, it's definitely better than the other 2.
I mean, I guess you could say it's an acquired taste.
That just means you get used to how bad it is.
No, that's not what that means. You're hopeless, Barack.
For real, what's with all this pessimism? Be optimistic for once. Like, what's a romance show you actually like?
Well, School Rumble is pretty goated.
100%. You watch the dub, right?
Yeah, it's one of those rare times when the dub is actually better than the sub.
I don't believe a single second of it. What about another one? You liked High School DxD, right?
No.
What about your name?
Barack Obama.
No, the movie.
Oh, Kimi no Na wa. I think it's overrated, but it's not bad.
No way you just spoke those words. You may not like it, but you have to admit it's one of
I don't
the
have to
most
admit
emotional
shit.
stories ever.
That's just saying your opinion is so good that I have to agree with it. But to be clear, it's definitely a high-quality movie, and I didn't hate it. I'm just not a huge fan of Makoto Shinkai's style.
All right, whatever.
Can we just move on to the next topic already?
Yeah, all right. Nathan Kabatana asks what our top anime villains are. I was thinking like Tetsuo from Akira, Vicious from Cowbop Bebop.
I think the best anime villain of all time is the sheep Donald is going to fight.
True.
God damn it, why do I even do this anymore? We can just end the episode here if you guys are going to talk about this stupid fucking sheep fight for the rest of time.
All right then, everybody. Next week we'll have Dwight D. Eisenhower on as a special guest. Look forward to it.
Donald, he's dead.
No, but seriously, Donald, we're going to have to put the podcast on an indefinite hiatus so we can put together the fight.
Oh shit, I didn't think about that.
It's probably for the best. I can't even remember the last time we had an intelligent conversation on here.
Do you really think people are here for intelligence? You're the stupidest bitch of them all.
God, I hope that sheep fucks you up.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.